Some of the most dehydrated patients I've seen in student clinic drink the most water. Foods in their whole original form, they contain their moisture. And so when you receive this, the moisture becomes yours. And then on the opposite side, when you start eating the more processed diet, so heavily dried, stripped of the moisture for the sake of extending the shelf life of the product, like heavily baked diets, TCM understands as it entering your body and it searches for moisture that isn't there. And so it'll take from your yin reserves. So this is really important in TCM because your body operates off of these two forces, these two elements of your body of yin and yang. So you can think of your yang as something that is a lot more heat and active and movement based. Yin is a lot more restorative in nature. So you can think of it having the holding and storage functions of holding onto the more fluid-like elements of your body. It's cooling, it's moistening. So you can see the differences between the two. So everything that yang does, it is moved and anchored and made capable by your yin. And so you can think of this as sort of like the engine that requires the fluid to operate. When you've got a chronically over-processed and overly baked diet that is heavily dry, your yin reserves are depleted. And so your yang, it doesn't have anything to hold it down. So it'll overact and it often overheats upwards. And so a lot of the patients in the student clinic show up with this diet have manifestations of really dehydration on the surface level, dry skin, dry throat, dry mouth, and dry eyes. And then by extension, the more internal sorts of dehydration in TCM are things like restlessness of the mind and sleep issues. So your sleep is predominantly during the yin hours, and this is when your yin elements of your body are dominant. And so when you're compromised in your yin, such as when you have an overly processed diet, your sleep goes with it. So staying hydrated isn't only through fluids, but it's how you eat as well.